Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to a lovely another episode of TheElderRoles, where a bunch of online friends play a lovely little game of Elder Scrolls based homebrewed Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host of the channel, Shade, also known as Plague Dr. Shade, and here with us, as usual, is the lovely little stunning, terrifying, extraordinary co-host and dungeon master, Soul Angel.
Little?
Yes.
Disadvantage.
Wow.
Sorry, do you want to be huge?
Well, I am a height deficient person, so I take offense to that.
Tall, I guess.
Thank you. All 5'3" of me.
Okay. You know how you have increased anger.
The tiny you are, the more anger there is. Hello, everybody.
Hi. So just a couple of announcements before we get started tonight. First, obvious one, due to some real-life commitments and going to be exhausted after those commitments, our lovely player for Glarior, Nox, is not going to be here this evening, sadly. But hopefully nothing too terrible happens without him. Second, this is a reminder to chat and to the people who are watching the VOD the next day or whenever I upload, and don't forget like last time, haha, that this is a mature D&D game. This game includes depictions of adult themes such as drug and alcohol use, sexual themes, psychological torments, gore and body horror, etc. The DM will often, but not always, put up a warning before such events happen. Keep this in mind if you continue to watch. We are all adults here. Second,
Physically.
technically. Second/third, this is a reminder to the audience of Twitch and YouTube, and sometimes TikTok, that music in this game is not made by us, and we are using it to enhance the experience. Soul, would you like to tell our lovely viewers and the people at Twitch and YouTube headquarters who we are using for audio?
We are obviously using music brought to you by the lovely Jeremy Sewell, who has created almost all of the Elder Scrolls music up until I think ESO. I don't think he did the ESO music. We are also using some God of War and God of War Ragnarok music. Thank you, Santa Monica Studios, for your lovely tracks. They are amazing. Buy their games. Also, some of the combat music is from Darkest Dungeon, a great little indie game. You can pick that up on Steam and GOG. I do recommend it if you like to punish yourself. That is a great game for that. And we are also using stuff from Larian Studios from both Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity Original Sin. Both fantastic games. Go support them. They are a great studio who support their people. Beyond that, I am using stuff from tabletopaudio.com, which is royalty and copyright free. Go check them out on tabletopaudio.com.
Cool beans. And just to keep in mind, we are not sponsored. We are using music purely as supposition for the game to enhance the experience. We are using music under fair use policy. Please don't mute us. Thank you. And third,
Thank you very much.
third and fourth/3/4 final one, as usual, is
3/4.
3/4 something. We're at a number. I'm tired. We are in a Discord server. That's how we have these little icons made by Nox that show us little bopping up when our characters and or we are talking. And that is happening in the Esper Discord server, where you guys can join to come and hang out, to come talk to us, ask questions if you'd like, or to possibly play a D&D game, or maybe learn about Soul's upcoming beta testing worthy tabletop that's based off of Elder Scrolls. So you want to talk about Esper real quick?
Esper, or Elder Scrolls Prophecies role-playing game, is a 2D20 initiative gridless combat system tabletop RPG that is extremely freeform, where you can build your character however you want, just like in Elder Scrolls, and play your character however you want. It will be entirely for free. I am currently in the process of writing the 3 books for the beta test, which will be the Player's Handbook, the Game Master's Guide, and the Bestiary Guide. If you're interested in being a tester, or just interested in playing it in your Elder Scrolls-based game, come and join the Discord server. That will be the first place it will be posted the moment I finish the books. And then you could test it yourself, leave feedback, and help with the rebalancing process. So, that being said, Shade.
And that is all for or rather the announcements for the stream. However, if you do like the stream, if you like the videos, please do feel free to follow me on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, so you can get more content weekly, at the very least. But that's it from me.
You do tend to stream.
Yes, I do.
Kind of like you are now.
Indeed, I do.
My God. That being said, are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Wow, I can feel the excitement here. It's
yeah, dog.
palpable.
That
being
Sorry,
said,
I was making a drink.
Sure you were.
I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
Last we left off, Caldron went on trial. A trial that seemed pretty mild on the surface. But it was quickly revealed that King Orgnum was capable of reading minds and had read the party and Caldron's surface thoughts to get a sense of their true intentions. It was also revealed during this trial that Silanir had likely set up Caldron for his own purposes, and possibly even set up to fail. With the chorus between the party members and Caldron's son, and the proof that the prophecy is true, Orgnum gave him one chance to prove his worth to the crown and bring one of the orbs for him to inspect and to grovel for his life. And grovel Caldron did. And once he does see the orb, Orgnum will give his final verdict on Caldron's fate. So the party left to begin their search for the Slode, and they began by contacting Olivine, having him search in the pirate town of Piran, out in the bay, for any signs of the Slode, while they went to Abarvis, a small podunk little desert town, and there they were met with disgust from the citizenry for the most part, but they did manage to talk to the mayor about the disappearances of the townsfolk, and even interviewed the daughter of one of the disappeared townsfolk. There, they were pointed to the shore, where people have vanished, and in the process of investigating, Farron was nearly taken out into sea, where, he nearly drowned himself. Tiny, and during all this, Tiny and Alira had heart-to-heart. Just kind of picture, through the window, there's chaos on the shore in the background, and, Farron trying to drown himself while these two are having a very nice, lovely talk. Soon, the party returned with a better sense of the direction of where the Slode went and settled down for the night. And this is where we pick up after a long rest, and the Slode's location slowly coming into focus.
You said like as a TV show where where it's that they're like off to the sides, like there's the main plot of the show and then there's the romantic subplot.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
just
these
It's like
guys are
the
doing
camera's like, and the camera's like focused on the romantic subplot, and in the background you see Farron trying to drown himself, and the party trying to pull him back to shore.
Can we tilt the camera 180 degrees so it's
I would
focused
wanna
on
get
the
out,
party,
too.
and then in the back is Tiny and Ador's conversation? Just, you know.
It's okay. So the camera's like inside. There's Alira and Tiny just talking to each other, and then depth of field changes to show outside, make it clear outside the window, and we're just freaking out over Farron.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you
It's
two are
just
just like
a
standing
whole-
back there, like awkwardly.
Oh yeah,
Benny
no.
Hill. Yeah, you two were smooching in the background while Farron was trying to drown himself.
Oh no, Claire or him with like a spell or
Man's-
something as soon as like Taliesin smacked him.
Mm-hmm.
Man standing emoji.
Literally.
Now tonight, Claire is definitely T-posing.
Says one thing to like
Calvin's
3
just gonna
people.
pick up-
Oh,
Calvin's just gonna pick up Larry or like mine.
Just stick him under my like arm.
No, you know those like little
Football
baby holders
carry.
for the chest, where you stick like the legs through the thing, and one of those, you just try to kind of drop them in the baby holder, and you carry him around.
This you guys carrying the real contestant.
It's
I
like a
like
little baby sling.
I like sheath him to my back like a shield from a ESO.
it's just a mod that makes your sword end up being Glario, but he's T-posing.
Now the question is, do you hold him by the head so it looks more like a hilt, or by the ankles so you're just bashing him in the head with...
1 second.
Holding him by the ankles for sure. So he's like upside down on my back.
Mm-hmm. And his hair is just dragging on the ground.
No, his
Well,
hair's
no.
static. It's everything T-poses. He just frozen.
Like
His hair is just like sticking straight out in every single direction.
because every single strand of his hair is rendered separately.
Ha!
And because he is T-posing, when you run and like his hair clips through the ground a little bit.
If I bend a certain way, his like some of his clothes like poke through my like chest.
Mm-hmm. His antlers just like cut through your back a little bit.
I dropped the
Anyway.
I dropped the meme in the general chat.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
True.
What are we waiting for? Let's go on an adventure!
So I think like early-ish in the morning, like not really early, like maybe like 7-ish by their tide sticks. The room to Tiny's door opens, and Alira's gonna try to sneak back to her room.
Walk of shame!
Yeah, you can try.
Ooh.
You gon' try.
Perception rolls.
Is that a passive perception to hear it, or because I'm possibly sleeping?
Those of you that are up, perception rolls.
What if I'm
Okay.
outside, just witnessing everything?
Just
You
it's
just stare
kind of
outside our
like The
room?
Shining. It's kind of like The Shining with the twin girls in the hallway. He's doing that.
Perception.
He's the
you said?
twin girls. Yeah, perception.
No, he's
Oh,
not
God, I'm
staring
so
at
sorry,
your room.
Alira.
He's just awake.
Sorry.
He doesn't
Caldron's
sleep.
eyes just snap open. I hear her.
Farron
God
cannot
damn, I need to
detect
get Tanya a
the
drink.
heteros.
Jesus Christ.
So my passive perception is a 17.
Why would you need to roll it? She came out of your room.
No, to see if he wakes up to hear her leaving.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
She rolled a 11 stealth, so.
Don't you have to roll
That's pretty
disadvantage because you're
good.
wearing heavy armor?
Actually, no,
Wait,
because
oh.
no, because Thunder Throw's armor negates that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Armor,
okay,
right.
Okay.
He's a real one.
He's a real one. He was just like, you know, those two are going, fuck.
I got
Have-
you.
I
She
got
winks.
you.
Start being a fucking a homie real quick.
He's like, I got you. I know you gon' fuck. Akatosh told me.
Okay, but like the thing that I've kind of made, like, perception check aside, it's not because I want to peep, it's because Taliesin the character, ever since he has not fallen asleep, has never taken a room. He's always just sat there outside making sure nobody disturbs the party. So
He's
Yeah,
certainly
so
doing-
that's the thing. You're outside. She's inside.
I mean, like, outside in the main area of the inn, not outside. You know what I mean?
Well, your perception check says otherwise.
Okay, that's fine.
You rolled a 6. She rolled an 11.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Farron is blind to the heteros.
How about your head is just turned away when she sneaks through,
That's-
so you're like,
I was gonna say that, like, he's probably busy reading over his spells in his book of shadows.
mm-hmm.
So Tiny hearing Elvira grab her stuff, it just says morning. Do you want me to check outside first, or are you fine?
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Probably. Already halfway out the door.
Caldron standing in the hallway staring at
Like,
fucking
you.
She's just gonna duck her head and walk past.
Walk of shame. Walk of shame. Walk of shame.
once again, it's the man standing emoji.
You know, that's the one thing us asexuals never have to worry about is the walk of shame. But
Something called the Walk of Triumph.
uh-huh. All
Cal's
right.
just not gonna say anything. He's gonna go to the kitchen.
Staying in your lane 101, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
He's just.
You know what? No. Cal's just gonna get some drink and sit at the same table as Taliesin.
Morning. Whatever fucking day it is. He's not even looking at you.
So, I just ran into Lyra in the hall.
Looks up. Oh, she's up early. Not really all that surprised. She's usually the one that makes us stuff when we get ready to go, despite the fact we're in an inn right now.
Calvin slowly sips his coffee.
Taliesin flips a page. What fucking spell was it again?
Yeah, I ran into her coming out of Tiny's room.
Damn, never mind. I spoke too soon.
Damn!
He looks up a bit.
Caldron's not a bro.
He looks
I've
up.
never seen anyone fold that fast.
He looks up at Caldron and raises a brow. I mean,
Hashtag Cylinder was right to betray you.
wow. He looks up at Caldron and raises a brow. He's like, yeah, it's not really all that surprised. They're like pretty close. He's just kind of like not even focused on like the context. Is there something what's so suspicious about that? You sound like it's suspicious.
I fucking miss Silnir for gossip. Gets up, goes back to his room.
And Selmir was pretty good at gossip, that's for sure.
Like there is a reason why they were friends for a little bit.
It's like, I'm gonna say it's like, he's not even paying attention. Like, you can tell he's like half in the conversation, and then after Caldron gets up and leaves, a minute later, Talon's like, oh. Oh. Oh, that's juicy. I don't care.
You can
Flip the
hear
page.
the 56K dial up in his head.
This is what happens
Or the
when you
fax noise.
don't sleep in like ages and you don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you know the Oblivion remake is rumored to release this week?
Oh shit.
This week?
Look, we all know Todd Howard likes to drop his surprise bullshit on people.
I mean, it's kind of like the fucking Quake remasters, which Bethesda also published. They just came out of nowhere, so maybe it's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Perhaps.
it's QuakeCon or something.
Hashtag we need a remake of Morrowind.
Please.
Please.
It's like, I mean, I don't hide it. That is one of my favorite games.
That's definitely one of mine.
But I'm not like one of those crazy Morrowind fans who thinks it's like absolutely a masterpiece, best game in the world, and if you ever say anything bad about it, I'm gonna slit your throat. Those people are weird. Those people are fucking weird.
They're
yes,
usually racist
the Morrow
too.
boomers. Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, they made Dunmer.
No, it's
Same.
hey, my Nervarine's a Dunmer, okay? But
I have Dunmer friends, okay?
Shut the fuck
Dunmer
up.
friends.
God. I have Dunmer friends. I can say the N-word.
Yeah, Anwa.
Yeah, what did you think it was?
Yeah, Enwa for Dunmer, and then it's the other N-word for Redguards.
No, it's the other N-word is for Altmer, Nebarok. Come on.
Nebra. Nebra.
Easy, don't die.
Anyways. That realization hit you real hard there, Taliesin.
It's like a smack in the face. It's like, huh, alright. Good on you two, anyway. It's like the hour later he sees...
They were the last two people of the party that really needed to fuck, okay?
Honestly. But after, I think probably an hour, he'd look up to see Thurby walking out and he'd wave at him.
He waved and comes join him, and he's just like, Duke, did you get breakfast already, or are we waiting for everyone?
I didn't, been nibbling, but I've already had, like, a bit to eat. Don't need anything.
Well, nibbling's not breakfast, and he's gonna leave, and he's gonna go find some worker to then order, like, a round of food for the party. Or get food. I don't know if it comes with the room.
It does not come with the room.
As you're about to leave, Taliesin reaches out to grab you by the shoulder. Thurby,
Yeah?
might let me do that. They'll probably A, spit in your food, and B, probably won't understand you.
But I mean, we're in the non-Malmer place, right? Ain't no Tamriel in. That
Do you-
realize?
It's still ran by a Malmer.
Do you
Oh,
still want them
okay.
spitting in your food?
I mean, if I don't taste it, I mean, I wouldn't know.
Let me do it, mate. Please.
Okay. And he goes in and sits down and said,
He walks up to whoever's the chef or the barkeeper, asks for breakfast in Mount Mary.
Or just you or your whole lot.
The whole lot.
Great, 1 gold for everybody.
Hands him a gold piece.
It'll be delivered to your rooms in a minute.
He nods and walks back.
Guy goes in the back to get their food.
Shut the fuck up, Ram.
Hey, I can combine that airplane.
Caldron really misses Cylinear gossip. That is
God
so
fucking
sad.
Damn it. Airplane.
He's like, I know the guy tried to kill me, but goddamn, that was some good tea.
I need like a really shitty animation of Caldron singing Mordecai's part.
Mordecai, let's go.
She was like, airplanes in like the night sky, like shooting stars.
I could really use a wish right now.
And after like maybe about 7-8 minutes, your food is brought back to your rooms.
"Oh, so do we have to go back to our rooms to eat instead of like there's not like a central like restaurant?"
No, there's not.
Oh, okay.
There is in the Malmer only place.
It's
Of
fine.
course. Not that we would know that.
Yeah, you haven't been in there.
So yeah, I guess Tiny just eats quickly like he normally does, and then he kind of just waits inside the building, waiting for everyone else to come down, like assuming they have to leave. He's just gonna call out to them as he sees them.
Talism will also occasionally give a wave when the next person approaches.
Grant's probably already there when you get back.
Oh, so I guess since Taliesin would be one of the first ones, Tiny's gonna be like, "Oh, so yesterday when I did the consult the spirit things, it said it was gonna be a good question. I mean, I guess the question was, would you find something? So did you guys find anything? Like, we haven't really checked in. It's still early.
We
Perrin freezes up. It's like,
to you,
You
it's
did.
early.
Yeah, you did. You found a lure.
Yes, I was about to say that. Talism nods.
Where's my thank you, God?
You don't get one because I already knew that and I was about to say it.
Wah! I want to get it to 30.
No. You have to you have to insert something. We already know something.
but you did already know.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Why does it not
So
count?
many rules.
I like his arbitrary rules that he
I
changes
was
on a whim.
literally about to say it. There are no
Sure
rules.
you were.
You know what? Cope seethe mauled. Anyway, as I was saying, Talism nods. We found evidence of people. Excuse me. Found evidence of people disappearing, and Farron found something in the water. And looks over to Farron. Apparently,
Oh, what'd you find? Sorry.
You know how the creature is luring people. Almost got me.
What? What do you mean it almost got you?
Well,
Do you want me to explain it, or should I? Or should you?
well, considering you don't remember much about it, I saw the whole
I
bloody
remember the
thing.
head trauma.
That you probably do. Farron.
Does anyone have coffee?
Hands him a mug.
The food should have just came from your room. Oh, I mean, I can pull out the alchemy jug and make coffee.
Well, I don't. It doesn't really matter to me.
He whispers in the alchemy jug, "Coffee," and hands it to him.
It's because the alchemy jug cannot heat it. It's like cold, tepid coffee.
No.
So.
He doesn't even seem to mind. He's drinking that shit.
Oh, bro, me too. I will drink the most room temperature coffee, both if it was frozen or hot. I am a gremlin trash monster when it comes to coffee. I'm like, I spent money on this. I'm gonna finish it.
It is caffeine. He needs
Oh.
it.
I'll fucking drink it, but I'll drink it like a shot.
Real.
Yeah.
It goes down rough, but he still drinks it.
Aside from that, the lure, second that Farron, I guess, found it, he came under control of Crown of Madness, which is a spell that takes over your mind. We were able to get him out of it, just need to do a bit of damage to him. Apparently, right before I knocked him off his rocker, Glario actually used a spell that hit him in the head. So, still sorry about
You really
that,
need to
mate.
coordinate that a bit better next time.
It's not my fault.
I'm fine with one source of head trauma, but I don't need two.
It's not my fault. I don't mutter my spells under me breath.
That boy mutters everything.
That's the point.
Tiny just looks to Glarier and says, "Thanks." Smart thinking.
You're welcome.
It happened that quickly. Where did you find the lure? What was it?
It was like jewelry of some kind. I thought it might have belonged to the mother or something, but
Well,
I guess it's just what the creature uses.
whatever it was leading him out to the water.
Oh, Tiny looks to Glarior and Allura, not sure who he had this conversation with. He's like, previously we talked about breathing underwater. Is that, I don't know if you guys did your magic ritual for the day, but is that something that we can still do in the event if we get dragged underwater, we're not drowning?
If I get control of
not
Glario sheet, I can
something-
check.
I'm familiar with.
Oh, fine, God. Man, how dare you make me work?
I mean, we can RP all night long if you want.
God forbid a woman just sits there and watches her story happen.
Excuse you, I'm crocheting while watching the story happen, okay?
God forbid a woman have fucking hobbies. Oh shit, okay. Let me see, because he never prepares his fucking spells.
But yeah, Tiny is not sure. He just remembers being told magic people need to do something about their magic at the beginning of the day, so which is why he said your ritual.
Well, it is a new day, so let me check. What does that do?
I can help us walk on water, but I don't have anything.
Oh, don't
to
hit
help
that
with
spell, it'll
breathing.
blow up the world.
What? You have a nuke button?
God, I wish.
Yes. I do.
I'd use it on myself.
I have a self-detonate button, but it's on my back.
So true.
That shouldn't count.
Somebody get that boy a back scratcher.
Okay, but if I cut off my arm and then have somebody else scratch it.
Yeah, but you have to wait until the arm has rigor mortis first.
Oh,
And make
believe me,
sure,
he
like,
gets
the
plenty of-
fingers are bent.
Question: what if Tiny uses the back of the blade while on fire to singe the mark? Does that mean he can never use it to teleport?
That's not a teleport button. That's a kill button.
I'm
Same
just saying,
difference.
Keldrin gets plenty of back scratches from Glariar, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, you got a point. It is a teleport button to death.
But just yeah.
Oh, cool.
To name Marco's front door.
I'm not voicing Glarior because I don't want to do
Gravel,
whatever.
gravel, gravel.
Well, there is that, but also I don't know how Glarior is feeling at this moment in time. So I will just emote him. Glarior...
Probably like he got laid.
I don't know, man. Glarior sounded pretty fucking depressed the last couple episodes, so... Anyway, at the mention of Tiny, asking about preparing spells, Glarior very subtly mentions that he can do something like that. And I will say above table that he has the water breathing spell, which is the spell grants up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range the ability to breathe underwater until the spell ends. This lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
It is a ritual. It takes an action to cast. Wow.
Ooh, yeah. So,
You would
Tiny
think a spell like that has like no in-combat utility really would take longer to cast.
Yeah, well, you would, especially if it's affecting 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, up to 10 people.
And last 24 hours. It's like, this is not, it's clearly screaming, this is not a combat spell.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, I guess jumping back into character, then hearing Glarior say he got the spell, Tiny's gonna be like, okay, great. Should we go outside so we're not like indoors? I'm not sure how magic works, or like blocking other people's way.
In the very Glarior way that we know how he talks, he says that it would be wiser to not use it right now, especially since we're going to be getting on a boat in a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, which, jumping back to my character, hey, we should be, that boat should be here soon, or rather, he should be leaving soon, last time I checked. Which, Soul, me watching just the in and the outside, what currently is the tide at right now?
The tide is currently approaching that max point, that how they've been telling time since the sky went black.
Okay.
So it's reaching the max point. There's about an inch left.
Yeah, I'd say we have about probably a few minutes before that bastard leaves, so we should get going.
Okay, sounds good. And we head out for the boat.
Yes.
Okay. You head to the boat. The guy looks up. Huh, you survived. Interesting.
As long as we have doubters and haters, we will always survive, I'm afraid. Sorry to say.
Where are you heading?
Let me look at the map.
Oh, I feel like Galera would mention. Should we check in with Olvain?
Has he not contacted you yet?
No, not yet. I haven't received anything.
Give it a little bit of time before... Maybe we'll be, getting some information before... Who knows what time it is? So... gang, do we want to head to... Do we want to head back to Wega, or do we want to head to Baga?
I guess we don't really have a reason to go back to Wega right now, I think.
Right.
Can we go straight to Baga, or would we have to go to Wega as like and get an actual ship or sea serpent?
Is this a question in character or above table?
Above table. Like, do we know we can just cross over, or is it like how you have to take a bus transfer that like maybe this guy's only going back to Wega?
I could ask the driver of this ship. You by chance, how far does this boat of yours go? Just about anywhere, or to and from Wega, or what?
Depends on how much you're willing to spend.
Narrows his eyes. But there you go.
How dare you want money in exchange for goods and services?
Why can't you take exposure like a real person?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Please, shut up.
Why can't I be a Karen to you and say, here, I'll give you exposure in exchange for your services?
Hey, you an exposure.
I mean, just show the king's medallion and be like, we're doing a favor for the king, and it might work.
He's standing right there listening to all of this.
No, that was player. Sorry, Tiny wouldn't care. He knows we have the money for it.
Cool, but the question remains though is that we kind of know, 'cause that's the thing, we know what's going on. We know that it's very similar. The real question is that like, do we go to Baga, or do we go to Piran, or do we go to one of the smaller islands in the middle of Pira Bay?
I think we actually just hit an island and see if we find any more clues. Oh wait, real quick. So how long does it take to consult the spirits? Just an action, right?
I think so. It's however long it takes to cast it.
Okay. Tiny's gonna use his consult the spirits again and cast and throw the fixed dice. I always forget what the fuck I chose. I'm sorry. But
I think you chose bones.
Bones. Bones sounds right. He's gonna throw the bones and say, "Are we likely to find either Slode or something's about the Slode on the nearest island?" And points on his map.
Can you share, so I could get the wording right, can you share the thingy?
1 second. Boom.
I tend to get like wheel and woe backwards, so.
Why did that not work? Hold on, let me try this again.
Oh my god, he broke
teacher.
it.
There we go. And yeah, so to be clear, he's gonna point to this island,
Okay.
if it matters.
You get woe.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa!
I believe woe was bad.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So Tiny's gonna say, well, it doesn't help us, or it's bad if we go to this island. Or my question was
How many times can you cast Consult the Spirits?
Once a day.
You already cast it then.
We cast it last night before we had the long rest.
Yes. And then you just cast it again, so you can't consult the spirits again.
Yes, for today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, tells and points at the map. This one right here, and he points to the one that your cursor's on.
Yes. It was bad.
Bad. Whoa.
Yeah. So that could mean that it's bad to go there right now.
Well, what
I'm
your question was asking if it was going there if we find anything about the Slode.
Yes.
So that probably means no.
Okay.
Can you pause the game so I can mark on the map, please? Thank you. Right.
Okay.
So that nails down.
Well, it's also only within like the next, I guess, hour. So it's not forever. It's for recent decisions.
Right.
Why are you trying to make the results be like, this is inconclusive?
No, Tiny's like, I've only used this a few times, and hearing it was supposed to be good and fair and almost drowned, he's like, maybe there's a little wiggle room on what's good and what's bad.
Talzin holds up a hand. I understand where your headspace is at, mate, but considering I saw the Slode shoot into the water faster than a bloody sea serpent, it's quite scary to imagine that it could probably be between islands in a matter of seconds if it wanted to, I'd imagine. That being said, if your Nordic magics say that the island is not going to benefit from knowing any information or getting any information about the Slode, then let's narrow down the search a bit more and conclude that that's probably not the island it's residing on. And again, I don't think it's residing on an island to begin with, which is troubling.
We want to just go to Wega then for now, and
I
see
was-
if like maybe we just ask around other people.
I suppose we could. It's better than just jumping right into the middle of all of it.
Okay.
He turns back to the Malmer, captain. Did you say Wega? You mean Baga or Wega?
I was thinking Wega because that's the. Was that where we started from? That had the big hub, or was that?
That was the big hub. Was
That's Wega.
was- if you're talking about where we landed, that's Taguna.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that place was inconsequential.
Oh. Okay.
Wega is the capital.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's above table. Players just thinking of like, you know how if you go to where all the fishermen are, you can ask them, has anyone seen anything? Kind of like you said, to get more clues.
So that we would have to go to Baga.
You're on the continent of Malmer, so that's everywhere.
Well, you know, we were just in a desert, so
I think you mean Baga, Wave.
sure. Let's go to Baga.
Okay. Turns back to the Malmer captain. Baga, please.
40 gold.
Did you say 40 or 30? I couldn't hear you.
40.
40, thank you. He nods and hands him the gold.
And he gets a sea serpent up and prepared to take you guys to Baga.
While they're
You cannot
traveling-
fast travel while there's enemies nearby.
What do you mean by this?
What?
I'm
said
kidding.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm just playing a Skyrim joke on you.
While they're traveling, Talzin's gonna approach Olero. Yeah, a moment, real quick.
He's taking notes in her spellbook. Oh, yeah, sure. What did you need?
No, we've been right busy last couple weeks, days. Being awake all bloody time, it's kind of hard to tell time passing. That fucking sun. Anyway, have you ever happened to make any progress with the thing to get more bird back?
I was just working on that, actually. I think I have an idea of how we could make it work. It'll take some experimentation, though.
Well, we got time.
So I think I have to make some kind of arcana check to figure out how long it would take her to...
Yeah, it'll take a
Yeah,
couple
that's the-
arcana checks. So go ahead and make your first arcana check to figure out what level a spell like that could possibly be.
Would I be able to help her at all?
No, this
Okay,
is not your area of expertise.
cool.
Oh.
You're
Oh.
struggling today. Every single time you go to like do some formula in the book, the boat just jerks and rocks, and you drag your quill across the page, and you just get frustrated. You're getting frustrated at this. You need a more stable environment to work on this properly.
I could work on it if it didn't jerk every couple of seconds.
And the Talzin's like he was starting to talk a couple of possible theories, not really being too terribly helpful, but to get you in the right mindset. That he sees the boat not being the best space. He's like, yeah, probably not. Maybe when we're not jostling here and about, maybe on a bigger ship.
Maybe not. These trips definitely make you appreciate Olivane's steering.
Well, that's also the grand might of a galleon, not a... Is this like a sloop that we're on?
Yes, it's essentially a wider, flatter sloop. It's designed to be as like a transport ship. It doesn't... Its main source of like movement power is not sails, it's the sea serpents. So it's like a kind of like like an old style ferry boat. It has a wide flat deck with a cargo underside, but it is not aerodynamically designed. That's why it has to be pulled by sea serpents.
Oh, like a keel boat?
So it's kind of like a keel boat, yeah.
Cool. Talzin chuckles. Well, don't really expect much of a keel boat. These are kind of, these babies right here are usually more for managing stocks and whatnot when you're traveling up and around the river. At least that's what they use for in Cyrodiil, though we just use normal sloops because we don't have sea serpents.
Let's see.
And it's like the underside is like shallow enough where you look over the edge of the water, you can see the sea serpent moving underneath the boat and pulling it along. Like its body is underneath the boat, its head is above the boat, where like the quote unquote reins are.
I can't say I won't miss this form of travel. I'm glad that I can erase with my quill, or I would have gone through half my book at this point.
That is handy. Thankfully, this my own book, Nocturnal, seemed to have changed quite a bit. Allows me to do the same thing without much. Just simply wave of a hand, the notes can disappear if I want to. Well, don't do that because that's it's a little stupid, wouldn't it?
That's quite the enchantment.
Perks, I suppose. Still getting used to it, but he shrugs. Anyway, thanks for trying at least. I won't bother you about it that much then.
She gives a nod. I'll let you know when I've made a bit of progress.
He nods and goes back towards the more the front section where you can actually watch the serpents and where they're going.
Also, Todd Howard, if I don't see this form of transportation, whenever you do take Elder Scrolls to Pandonia, I will slap you.
He's gonna watch this and go the immediate opposite
Yeah, take
way.
us to Skyrim again.
Yeah, he's just gonna re-release Skyrim on like the Samsung fridge or something. I don't know.
No, it's gonna be sea turtles.
Yeah, sea turtles this time.
He's gonna re-release it, but everything's just slightly to the left.
Everything's just turned slightly askew.
Left-handed Skyrim.
The sinestral elves of Skyrim. Ah, almost dropped my water bottle. Okay.
Yep.
And eventually you guys do get to Baga. He pulls in. Alright, off you go. There are plenty of ships here to take you wherever the fuck you're gonna go next. I gotta move on.
Talzin just gives him a thumbs up. What was your name? I'd like to let Orgnum know that you helped us so you might get more customers or whatnot.
Wendville.
Wenville, surname or no?
No surname. Wendville. Us
Noted.
poor folk don't generally get it like those fancy Altmer.
Well, I will let the king know, your king know, that you have been a great service to him. Thank you.
Right. You get the sense he still doesn't entirely believe that you're talking to King Orgnum.
How do you spell that name, by the way?
Wendvil.
Wenville.
Next thing you know, Elvis.
You know, at this point, yeah, that's basically what's happening with the amount of names we've dropped.
Yeah. You're just
Oh,
lucky
dude.
I'm good at coming up with Elder Scrolls names on the fly.
But you
Whether
don't
that's a
just have
superpower or fucking sad is up to you.
you don't just have a random.
I think if you
name
spend enough
generator,
time on the wiki, you just sort of know.
No, I haven't used that name generator in over a year because some of the names it spits out is absolutely fucking stupid.
Wait, are they still talking in Malmer?
Yes.
Tiny's gonna
Because
walk.
Wendville does not speak Tamrielic.
Just checking. Tiny's gonna go next to Caldron. Hey, Caldron.
Yes, Tiny?
You know, not to be rude, but because you did say you used to live here, was there's like, how would we find if there was undersea caves? Because Taliesin mentioned he might not be looking for an island. Do you know if there's legends or maps or things?
DM?
There are maps for sale. Whether they're going to sell to you, you don't know. You are a wanted criminal.
There are maps, but they might not sell to me because of it being a wanted criminal.
Well, you're wanted by us, and he just smiles, and he's like, he just turns and he's like, I'll go find. Wait for Tal.
How sickeningly sweet.
When Taliesin
Truth
is
is-
done, he's
Truth is, Tiny is actually the true BBEG, and he wants Caldron dead.
I've been selling there the whole time.
Ah! Ah!
That was just
My
very
gossip
friendly.
buddy! Wait, why are you getting closer with that knife?
Don't worry about it. I'm just cutting you a sandwich. Don't worry about it.
I'm just cutting that
Sandwiches! I love sandwiches!
Just cutting that disgusting beard off you. What are you doing with that?
Wow.
Excuse me, I love my beard.
That's a shame.
Why?
When
That's-
Taliesin looks like he's done, he's gonna tap him on the shoulder.
Just finishes paying the dude. Yes?
Caldred mentioned that there might be people we can buy maps to that might. Or sorry, I asked Caldron if there was a way to find out if there was undersea caves, because you said they might not be on land, and he said there might be people who sell maps, but they might not sell to him. So when you, I guess, do your talking persuasion thingy, can you ask if they have undersea maps? Because that's pretty cool. I might want one just for myself. But if not, as long as I don't know what an undersea map would look like, but that sounds pretty cool.
He stares at
You need
Thribby
like a
for
third
like
dimension?
he stares at Thribby for like a good minute after he's done talking, like processing, and then it's just like he nods.
Wendville is just staring like, I have no idea what he's saying, but it sounds stupid.
Wow!
Looks at Talon.
Look,
Do they always sound like
Does he always sound like this?
What?
immediately
fucking
glares
realized-
at Wendell?
You don't have all the facts, which are, I love him.
What were you gonna say, Krim?
I had a fucking revelation. Caldron is like Lae'zel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Dirge Lae'zel is terrifying.
Because you think she's
That's
an
not-
asshole until you meet other Githyanki.
Nah,
No,
she's a
that's so
queen.
true.
That is actually true. Too.
This just in, Malmer Githyanki.
Honestly,
They wish.
After finally coming to that realization, Taliesin looks at Thurby and then motions to Baga. You do realize this is the same place that crone of a cunt that sold us the potions is here, right?
I mean, look, I'm all down for holding my breath and swimming underwater. I mean, Caldron can do it better than I can, but I mean, for trying to be quick, doesn't every little bit help? Should we? Ooh. Do you think we can do jobs and then someone's gonna give us a map for free? Like they need a favor done.
You do realize that they'd probably do that for Malma, but they'd rather have us in chains as slaves, right?
But you have the coin. Thing.
Just as a little old lady walking down the dock sees you guys, clutches the purse to the chest and crosses the street.
You know,
Some old
Tiny,
guy walks by, his monocle drops.
Tiny cleaned up a little bit. He did his hair. He wiped off all the grime. He redid his beard to try to look more presentable, and it's still not helping. And it's just like,
Look, only if good hygiene truly did solve racism.
I know it's he's thinking, okay, if I'm gonna be the only Nord, I'll let them see a Nord how look nice. I don't know where I was going with that sentence.
Look, it's about the same as like the propaganda that's on Tamriel saying that all Malmer are baby eaters. They get propaganda too.
Yes. Tiny knows and he's trying.
Seeing that he does look a bit like more, I don't want to say dolled up, but like cleaner, Taliesin again shakes his head. Considering the fact that I am probably not to be toot my own bloody horn, but I am probably one of the cleanest members in this entire fucking party next to Alira, and they say that I smell like shit, which I don't. The only
I think
reason.
you smell rather nice.
Thank you.
I mean, I can go into the forest and find us berries to smear over ourselves or something.
That's no, Thribby. What I'm saying is that they won't like us because we don't look like him. And he points at Caldron.
Well, then what about your magic thingy again? Or do we not want to waste magic?
He thinks on it for a second. Well, considering we're not having the guard sniffing up our asses constantly, I could probably change us to look like Malma and change Caldron's face a bit, just to make things easier.
Can I? He thinks about it for a second. Can I not? Because I feel like if they're talking to me, I won't be able to understand them. I'd rather just have them just stare at me.
We're all mute, except me.
That's an odd group.
Yeah. It's like, oh, don't worry, this is a mute people's convention.
Okay, everybody's mute except Caldron and Taliesin.
Yeah.
And you'll just be like, I'll just be your bodyguard. It's fine.
Does somebody know tongues?
It was a horrible day. A blade crossed through 4 people's throats. Got a hold of the voice
Oh
boxes.
my god, it's terrifying and awful and... Lord help us.
Unfortunately, I already did look on Glaria's sheet. He does not have tongues.
Alira does, but it's not prepped.
About to say, imagine preparing spells that are useful.
It's okay. You
So
have two
real,
different
Bessie.
classes. You have wizard and cleric.
Look, I could... What I was probably going to do is that we had the seal of Orgnum with us, right? We could probably pose as a couple of bodyguards, and me and Caldron are your superiors. You don't talk unless we do. And we don't really talk to you. That's how it usually goes in the military anyway. Militaries are the same all around. I've seen the fucking Nords and how they act, no offense.
His brain breaks when you say military is all the same, and he's just like, what? No, that can't be true.
Caldron, I want you to roll me a history check, please.
Okay. Yes. Alright. 15.
There's something about magic and getting in trouble. You recall doing something like that as a teenager in Katuna and
Yeah.
weird.
I just remembered kind of something. I don't know, it's something about magic being in trouble, Katuna.
What?
Oh. Pieces of memory, you know, my brain has been scrambled.
Wait, is it because like it's rude to dress up as other people? And is that what you mean, Caldron?
No.
Identity theft is not a joke, Tiny.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Identity theft is a fucking joke.
Oh, fucking course. As Caldron says that, Taliesin nods. Actually, that makes a lot more sense. Considering that they, I think, from what I recall, when the guards accosted us back in Wega, they were like mage guards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the fact you got arrested shortly after dropping a spell,
Taliesin...
there's something there.
Taliesin nods with Caldron. Think about it. The people that arrested us, I think they were battle mages. If not just mages that were guards, so probably not the wisest idea when I think about it. Shit. Dealing with consequences of not being born a fucking Malma. Yet again.
Oh.
He starts walking in the direction of I guess probably what looks to be like a government building.
Well,
And
it's bored
oddly,
me.
the entire party now knows what Argonians and Khajiit feel like. And they all learned a lesson that day.
Fair, he's still racist. Okay.
Tiny has to retake the lesson.
Oh, teacher, I got an F.
That for fun, right?
Can't be racist if your own race hates you. At Caldron and Taliesin.
Everyone hates me. No, little dude, honest. No, hold on, I hate him.
Everyone
no,
hates
I
me.
No, I hate him.
No, he's got something there. I too hate him. Yeah. He's on something.
No, I am.
Oh my
God, what a classic.
So is there like a town hall in Baga?
Yes.
Okay. Is it obvious?
Toward the center of town, and there's like a statue of King Orgnum out front.
Of course. Cool.
Duh.
Duh, yeah. Taliesin's motions as he's walking, he slows down to, again, talk to Thribby. Look, all I'm saying is that it's not a bad idea, but considering who we are, they're probably going to sell us a tourist trap, if anything. Not that they're welcome tourists, that is.
But those are fun sometimes. But I defer to you.
He blinks. Thribby, do you know what a tourist trap is?
Yeah, it's when you ask people where the good places to eat are and drink and find things and have
Oh my
fun.
god.
No. That's an attraction.
No, dude, like if you came to Skyrim or Solitude and asked like, hey, where's a good place to eat? Like, yeah, over there. All the tourists go there. Stop by.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
That's not a tourist trap.
Kirby, do you know what a trap is?
Yeah, well,
Flashes back to the fucking tomb of Sephiroth on turn A.
Well,
Ernest is like, years of academy training wasted.
it's like, well, yeah, there's traps that hurt you, and then there's traps that spend your money. They just want your money.
Right.
that's-
So
Yeah, but if you pay for it and enjoy it, is it a waste of money? No.
No,
you have fun.
Tiny. That's just capitalism.
Like
real.
when God comes down, just explain capitalism.
What is his voice?
It's your
Okay.
conscience.
Oh no, that what you
That's
sound like?
what. That's just capitalism, Tiny. Blue-haired lady has to intervene and explain capitalism to the big Nord.
Jesus.
Ernest is like, yes, it's bullshit.
It is bullshit. Eat the fucking rich, but still, that's you're trading money for goods and services is just capitalism.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, there's the one person you know that says like, this is the best meat in town.
Okay.
It's a trap because you funnel everyone in there. They have to go through.
No. The tourist trap is a thing that you send tourists to that, yes, you are partially right, that they spend their money at, but it's fucking worthless, and they send you on a wild goose chase to go get something that's not even existing. That's what a tourist trap is, that's what it does. I've seen it plenty of times in the Imperial City.
I mean, we only do that to people
not
we
kidding.
hate. We just make them waste a day.
It's also where they
Not
have
Oh
to
my
everyone.
god. Tiny just stumbled into it. We only do that to people we hate. You're
Yeah,
a
you
group
know, like
of
the one-
foreigners.
If there's the one guy at the bar who's just super irritating and bothering everyone, you're like, oh, you need to go find this place, or like that girl she loves, insert wildflower, and
Yeah,
it's like, you
yeah.
find it over here.
To a
Right,
group
I
of
mean,
people that we hate. You
As-
are a group of foreigners in a land that is racist.
As-
So
Stop
as-
it.
Tidy's just like, we haven't done anything yet, so
As
they're not gonna do that
Taliesin
to us.
hears him say that, he face palms, and he looks at Thribby dead in the eye, stops walking, faces him. Thribby,
Uh-huh. I'll stop talking.
I need to get this through your head, alright?
Mm.
You have witnessed it when we were in Vardenfell. You have seen it when we were in the bouts near Somerset. You've seen it even in the Imperial City, and possibly even in Wayrest. They don't like us because we're not Malma. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna give us that exact tourist trap if you go asking for a map about undersea caves. Because not only are they gonna give it to us, but they're gonna mock us the entire time.
You have the pin. We didn't have something from royalty. There's difference.
And even with the pin, thank the gods the only person actually heard anything was Caldron. They insulted me the entire fucking time. I'd rather bear the brunt of that than the rest of you deal with it. Alright? I'm used to it. And that's when he turns around and continues to walk to the government building.
And he just looks to Farron. Maybe we need to find something for him to make him feel better since he's working hard for all of us.
Farron is dead.
Farron is dead.
Maverick got Farron.
Yeah. Tiny, as much as I...
He's off in a
much
tourist
as I would
trap.
like to do
Malmer
that,
stopped
what
him
kind
and
of-
in broken Tamrielic went, I have place for you to go. You come with me. You come with me, and took him off to see like some poorly built tourist trap.
It's that mission in Cyberpunk 2077 all over again. Anyways,
Oh
As much as
no,
I'd like
Val
to do
Kilmer
that-
died. That's sad.
That is. Man.
but he was a good Batman.
He was a good Batman.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, he apparently died of pneumonia complications while battling throat cancer.
Oof.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Aaron, what were you saying?
Okay, let me find it. Yeah, Farron will turn too tiny and be like, as much as I'd like to be kind of in a faraway place where everyone hates us. And we're chasing down a giant frog toad thing. Not sure there's much we can do for really anyone at this point.
But then he points to the jug. We can use this once a day. Taliesin loves his colloquial brandy. Or, I think, yeah, that was the thing he always
Doesn't he
liked.
have one of his own?
He does, but he never uses it. I don't know why he isn't using it every day. It's such a waste.
Sloshes
I mean, we don't
around
see him all the
tepid
time.
coffee.
Are you saying he
Tepid
gets
d-
drunk when we're not
it's
paying
n-
attention? That's not
Oh
fun.
god. It's now
Well,
tepid day old
I don't
coffee.
know. Aaron finished the coffee.
Oh yeah, how much coffee does it make? Because it's a jug, but it varies
gallon.
depending on the quantity.
Said a gallon.
Well, if you look at it, it is technically water
Hmm.
because it is bean flavored water. So it makes as much
Hell
as
yeah.
it does water.
Aaron had a gallon of coffee in the morning.
Bro was having a time.
That's fine.
Leave him be.
It's fine.
Or
But-
drink half a gallon of coffee and save the other half gallon, so now it's day old tepid coffee.
I mean, if there was anything left in the jug when he got it back from Farron, he would have finished it.
I would say that like he seeing that the party is I'm not sure if they're like slowing down because Taliesin's just like walking straight to the government building, the town hall. He like looks in his pack to see if he can find anything that might be useful. Because I'm pretty sure he can still hear this conversation going on.
Well, yeah, we're close because we were told not to split the
It's
group.
switched from tourist traps to day old tepid coffee.
God.
I have no idea where that. I know Taliesin has one, but I don't know where the second alchemy jug is.
It's
I've looked on
Thurby.
everybody's sheet.
Done. It's
No,
in my
it's n-
random.
He should.
It's in my
Oh, it's in
random
you.
loot.
I'm
Do you
confused.
want me to take it out of
Yeah.
random loot and put it in actual?
Yeah, because it should
Yeah,
be
I've
equipment.
been looking. Yeah, it should be in your sheet because it is your item.
Right. I just have a list that says random loot, and so like all the alcohol stuff was in there.
Oh,
Also-
you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't actually port it, did you?
No.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he should have an alchemy jug because he got one like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
also
gonna
found
import
this
it.
in my backpack. I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's in Taliesin's bag, but I don't know if that was important or not.
Oh, the list of names from Hateville. Yeah, Taliesin
Yeah.
has that.
Okay, great. I'll delete it from mine instead.
'Cause I think that was already that was already like established. Yeah, I think just port the alchemy jug into
I
your
did.
inventory.
I
Oh,
did.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Crisis averted.
Actually, no. It would be. Here's the thing. So coffee is made of fresh water, right? In beans. So it made 8 gallons.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
It's
Now I'm like
definitely
frying in that one
Dale
episode of
tepid
Futurama.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is definitely Dale tepid coffee.
I'm
now.
definitely like fry at the moment.
Okay.
Fun.
Back on track. I'm assuming there were 2 guards outside of the hall.
Yeah.
Okay. He have in my observations of like guards doing like salutes or people subservient people doing like salutes or greetings out of respect to the Malmer, do they have one?
You did cut out a little bit for me.
Great. The subservient people of Pandania, am I still good?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a greeting or salute or something that that the subservient people of Pandania do to like those of a higher rank or higher caste?
Well, the slaves don't look at the Malmer in the eyes, but Malmer to Malmer, they do have a greeting where they wave with the back of their hand facing the person they're greeting.
Okay, cool. 'Cause he's definitely not going to act like a slave. So Talzin approaches the guards, holding up the symbol of Orgnum, and does that wave to them. And he clears his throat.
They both glare at you for waving like that at them.
Greetings. We're here on the business of Sorcerer King Orgnum in dealing with the matter of slow disappearances.
Wave like that again, scum, and you will be put in prison. I don't care if you have the seal of the king. You are not one of us.
So I've been told. Anyway, slow business.
Just a second. He goes inside. The other one stands in front of the door to keep you from going inside. You start to get the sense that non-Malmer are not allowed in the building.
Figured.
And eventually, an older Malmer man with a pointed beard and short cropped hair comes out in a robe. And what can I help you with?
Greetings.
Something about a slowed? The
Yes.
slowed that's causing problems?
Yes, Your Grace. We are on the orders of Sorcerer King Orgnum to investigate the disappearances that have happened. We recently came from a Barbus, and we noticed that there might be a connection with people disappearing. We wanted to know if you had any possible leads aside from, and he basically gives a very detailed but brief report of what they know, which is Crown of Madness, all traveling towards the center, and that approximately 2 or 3 people in a group have gone missing in the last week or so.
Yes, 2-3 people in roughly a group. 1 per night. Another went missing last night after a week of silence.
Do you happen to know who this individual was?
Yes, my son.
Oh dear. Can you tell me about your son, Your Grace?
Why, are you planning on eating him like most Imperials do?
Blinks.
Now you're starting to see that you guys got propaganda that Malmer eat, or you guys, Malmer eat your children. They have propaganda that you guys eat their children.
Not a really big fan of fish, honestly, but no. We're trying
That
to
earns
prevent
a
him.
sneer.
We're trying to prevent him from getting killed by the Slowed. So we've narrowed down that based on the amount of people that have gone missing, it might be used in a ritual, and we want to prevent his death.
Right. So where did you get that seal from?
Orgnum.
Our King Orgnum does not see Tamrielans. Did you find it on the black market? Did one of the pirates sell it to you?
I can go back to Wager and go ask him, if you'd like.
You better do that.
What was your name again, Your Grace?
Not a name that's going to leave your lips.
Oh, I don't want to speak it, I just want to know, because just need to make sure who I have to let know, just in case he dies when we find him, last breath and whatnot, that his father wasn't willing to help us.
Please leave.
Right. And he immediately starts walking away, throws his hands up, looking even more frustrated as he's facing the party. And in danger, he says, "Fucking old codgers."
He's a boomer.
I take it it did go well.
Bastard's son went missing. Tempted to kill him the second I see him just to make him suffer. Fucking bastard.
I don't know if this would help, but if everyone's not trusting us, I mean, just because of the pin or a coin, should we like the king for a written letter also that we can show people, or
It's no point.
or even
really.
just message him, like be like, hey, is there something we can say because people think we are lying?
Unless Orgnum somehow appears right before me and strikes that piece of shit, whatever he is, Baron, Mayor, I don't even know what the fuck they go by. They're not gonna believe a fucking thing we say. God, it's just like back in the Imperial fucking city. He looks at Thribby. Look, even if we got the written word of the king, they're just gonna say that we forged it somehow. Even if it's somehow a stamp that's like, oh, you probably got it from a pirate, or you probably got that off the black market, or you probably found it somewhere. Next thing they know, they're gonna call us fucking escaped slaves and try to kill us. At that point, I'll be willing to...
Okay. I know my last idea was pretty silly. This might be too, but let me finish before you laugh. Alera, the message magic spell you use to talk to people, is that hard? Expensive? I don't know what the word is.
What if it's the one with limited range? No, it's not. If it's
So,
longer than
What if it's like the game of telephone where we ask the king, then have him message out to a bunch of people saying bunch of Tamrielans with my coin are trying to help this load, and that way it comes directly, like you said, chain of command would. Or you're right.
What's a
Trying to
telephone?
think. Secret keeper, like passing one down and see if it gets to the end, and then if everyone remembers the secret correctly. Like, would that help? Of like, if it came from the king, and then like several of the people in the palace all then was like, hey, don't be giving these people a hard time, because that way, I don't know if you can impersonate the king using magic, but
I wouldn't suggest it.
Lyra, you would no roll required. This is logistically impossible. First off, sending is a 3rd level spell. He is a powerful mage, but to be able to send that endlessly to every citizen on Pandonia would
Not
be
the citizen.
insane. On top of that, he has likely not met everybody in Pandonia.
I was just thinking of like the mayors of each city.
He likely has not met a good portion of the mayors.
Cool. I tried.
I think earlier would just say, honestly, Tiny, with how frustrated Taliesin seems and how you seem to be talking to him, you might be better off checking with Olivine and hoping that he's found enough on his end.
Alright, fuck it, let's go. I just want to hit something. And I think Taliesin would agree with me. We have a location to start. I mean, I was just... We're kind of just a wild goose chase.
At this point, we may as well have just walked into a fucking tourist trap. My apologies.
It's okay. You've tried.
Not good enough.
Better than me. And he just gives a smile and a thumbs up.
I mean, we can't even talk to these fuckers.
Trust me, you don't want to. And Caldron can hear everything that's going on,
Yeah.
too.
I mean, I don't want to talk to most people, so...
I like talking
Amen.
to people. Just doesn't go well. Even outside of here.
Well, I like talking to you.
Thanks! And he just holds up a hand for like a high five.
He just like, high fives.
Yes! Well, so I guess checking in with Olivine is next.
May as well.
Oliver gives a nod and casts ascending to Olivine, saying, "Any luck on your side? Found a bit in the barbers."
Immediately, it sounds like your voice bouncing back to you.
Like she's like, was like talking, then she like stops. She has like a startled look on her face. That
Roll
was
an Arcana check to figure out what that was.
weird.
God damn, you are rolling bad tonight.
This is what happens when you fuck somebody. You don't get good rolls.
Yeah, this is why I always get rolls, because I am unfuckable. Ugh. You're welcome.
You see her face twist to confusion.
What's the matter?
Strange. It was like my voice bounced back, like it didn't even reach you.
Those of you proficient in Arcana may roll.
Yeah. Check for clarity. He is not proficient in Arcana.
Yeah, I'm proficient for some reason.
Okay, Farron. That sounds like something like, kind of like reverb. It's a feedback loop. That's what happens when somebody's being actively mind controlled.
Oh no.
No!
No! God damn it!
And it's like, that was the kind of stuff I heard in that spell earlier.
It was.
What?
Oh no.
It was like reverb intense. I hear my own broken thoughts as that thing tried to claw my mind open.
Fuck.
Can she try to send?
You do have a
Ascending.
few more bits of information that you got from the mayor, despite the fact he was openly hostile to you, is that another person was taken last night. Farron was almost taken last night.
Oh, fuck!
No.
Another round is happening.
Can Alira try ascending to his first mate?
Sure.
Or she'd be like, Francis, Alira, when did you last see Olivine? Do you know where he went? Is he missing?
He went to search the coast about where the missing people went. He hasn't returned.
Oh no. He did the same thing you all did.
Talon
Except he
has
didn't seem to be as lucky.
he has a very wide look of horror.
Shit.
Oh, gods.
We have to go after him.
But we don't know where to go.
Somewhere in Paraguay.
Fuck. Looks like we're gonna be chartering a boat for rental then. Go on, we don't.
If
Go on.
that's if some other Malmer person doesn't believe we got some seal from the king.
Alira, are you able to ask them what if they pick us up and then we can try to just sail around in the middle of the bay, I guess? And now, Larry, what about your magic? Because it now seems like if we have all day, now might be the time to start jumping in the water.
Glarior emotes that we would still need to get to some place that is probable to, you know, actually being able to use the spell. Otherwise, we would be in the water for a very long time.
I mean, you guys were onto something a little bit ago, asking the fishermen, asking sailors.
I thought that was a joke because fucking Wave called everyone here a fisherman.
No,
I
that
didn't
was
call
me
everyone,
saying that.
was the DM.
That was me.
Oh.
That was me.
Furthermore,
I was joking.
Did the sending that reflected Cass's count as casting it?
Mm-hmm.
I-
Yeah. Because it did go through. It just is reverbing back to you. It's almost like it's hitting the person's there, the person's alive and is receiving. They just can't respond back because it's bouncing through their head. It's not grasping onto anything. So instead of, it's like holding up a mirror, you're getting the reflection back.
Okay. Nicola would say, I don't know how long it would take for them to sail from Huron to here. I don't know if we even have that time.
Okay. That's the Caldron. He's like, oh, what? Caldron? Help.
Caldron's dead.
I am not dead.
Yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can I be your hero, baby? Please.
Does Couchman know any spot that we could rent about? If they even let people to rent?
Yeah, the docks.
We could probably rent a boat at the docks.
Well,
There's so much search.
Not like you can rent a boat in the mountains.
No, that's for sledding.
Yes, exactly.
You can rent a goat.
Rent a goat.
Except there's no snow.
I'd imagine that we would be able to rent a boat at the docks. Would we? do you think that we could find something out of the, oh no, sailors, maybe anglers that might
Well-
know something?
Yeah.
Yeah. they do sail wars that
You also would know the more friendly towns would be Taguna, Montu, and Puron, because they are heavily I forgot to move the ship. They are heavily pirate towns, so
what were they? Puron, Taguna, and or is it just those two?
Taguna, Puron, and Montu.
The friendliest towns that we could possibly go to is Puron, Mantu, and Taguna.
Right. I mean, it's worth a shot to ask about what people saw. Don't think they're gonna go chasing after us, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, but they might have seen something.
Right. Oh, we wasted enough time in this fucking place already. Just start walking back to the docks.
Okay. That one guy that you did previously use is already gone, but there are plenty of sailors sitting on the docks, prepping their nets and all that sort of stuff, ready to go.
Wag.
Are there any of them that stand out?
Nope, most of them are Malmer.
Right.
There's
but,
maybe an Altmer or an Oregonian or two, but
are there? I mean, like, are there any that stand out Malmer-wise that look like drastically like veteran sailor type?
oh yeah, there's definitely a few. There's a guy with a deep scar across his face and plenty of tattoos on his body. He's just sitting there, just like rehemming a net.
Telephone.
Huh?
There might be a chance that floats could be affecting sailors and causing a spot where the sailors or the fishermen won't fish at. Check, see if there's any dead. I don't know the actual fisher term for it. A graveyard.
I gotcha. Not an angler myself, but I understand what you mean. He walks up to the veteran one, the one with the scar and all the tats on him.
Okay.
Good day.
I'm surprised Imperials such as yourself knows our language.
Have to know it
What-
to survive.
Fair enough. What do you want?
Could greatly use your assistance. You look like you've seen the seas for many years, my friend.
Is he roboting for anybody else?
Oh yeah.
That's my language.
Yeah, don't appropriate Krim's language. God.
I just thought it was my shitty internet connection.
I thought we were like having a strong lesson on appropriation and racism here, and you're appropriating her language.
First of all, we're playing Elder Scrolls. There is no lesson on racism. The fuck you mean? Second of
The
all, am I
lesson is just
roboting
yes.
still?
No.
No.
Not anymore.
Awesome. Fucking hate this PC. He says, as I say again, you look like you've seen quite many years out in the open sea, my friend. I could use some information and possibly some assistance if you're willing.
Fine. What are you looking for?
We have been, if I may be honest, we are doing this for ourselves and to help the people of Piandania with the slowed problem, disappearances, whatnot. We're trying to narrow down what this slowed is, and one of our dear friends, a fellow captain, such as yourself, got captured and it might be being used in some ritual. We'd like to know if you've seen anything and possibly ask for your assistance in taking us to, I suppose, a dead spot where you probably haven't gone to in a bit.
I'll tell you one thing is there's a reason why the central islands of Pura Bay aren't settled. It's because those damn Thracian slugs like to come here and set up camp in that area and kill any sailor or any serpent that goes that way.
Is that how you got that nice little mark on your face?
Yeah. Was fishing out in that direction and a slow hopped up and sliced my face.
Would you want to get back at it?
I doubt it's the same one. I'm about 300 years old. I'm an old man. This one's still would love to at least get one of them.
Well, if you help us, you'll be helping not only yourself, innocent people, you'll be helping your king too. 3 things at once, eh?
That would definitely be a good thing. I'm always for helping my people and serving my king as any good looks at Caldron. Malmer does.
Well, we'll be happy to know that, I'm not really sure what's your preference on the... Is he a baron or a mayor? I just want to clarify real quick. A barger.
Just the leader of the town.
Town leader. His, noble grace, he says with a bit of sarcasm, recently lost his son, and you'd be doing him a great
You
service.
could say what he is. He's a piece of shit.
I like you.
Oh.
Finally.
He's understood. He's just like me.
Regardless
Oh,
of being
God.
a piece of shit, he still lost his son, and I don't think a father should deserve that.
I was waiting for that, Krim. Most likable Malmer immediately. Krim's like, what?
Caldron, I'm standing right here! Yeah?
You mean Thorn?
Did I fucking stutter? What?
Yeah, sorry. He kind of lost points in our book. Sorry.
You mean Thorn instead of Crim? Thorn typed it.
Yeah.
I can take you. As far as where those people disappeared to, I could tell you it's not any of the islands near shore. Slode won't want to be that close to so many sea serpents. Our serpents like to have them as a snack. Why do you think they stick to the sunken Thracian islands?
Stick to...
Go cry more, QQ.
Wait, you're telling me the sea serpents eat slodes?
Probably not their favorite snack, but yeah, they're trained to eat those fuckers.
Intriguing. Well... We,
Yes, it is.
Is this in still Malmer?
Yes.
Or is Towson
Yes, it's all.
currently-
This is definitely in Malmer.
He
This
is
guy does not speak a lick of Tamrielen.
Damn it.
Everything he's saying is in Malmeri. If he speaks to a
You'd
Malmer,
be
it's in
surprised how many people do not speak Tamrielen here.
That's fine.
It's a dirty language on Pandania.
Regardless, we could use your help, and you've been so far the kindest to us so far, and the most helpful.
Gladly. He sets down his net and gets up. I think the best island to probably start at is the one in the middle of the bay. Those fuckers are predictable as shit. And he gets up, and you do see that he does have a peg leg.
Ahab.
Please say he's Ahab. I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Ahabiel! Yeah!
Curse you!
The Sloan is his white whale.
White whale, holy grail!
And as he leads you back to his ship to take you to the central island, this is where we're going to take a quick break, because I need to get a pet outside. All right?
All right,
Yay.
we will pick up in the next however many minutes. See you guys in a sec.
Hopefully not too long.
See you soon.
Welcome back, ElderRoles.
We exist.
Theoretically, at least.
We at least exist as a concept.
A theory.
You're in the Matrix right now. Welcome.
I feel like. Is this like the whole thing about like me being in a dream and then nothing is actually real? And why am I floating?
Yes, Shade. Yes, Shade. This is all a dream. We all exist for your entertainment.
Oh shit! Am I achieving Kim? That's awesome.
Game.
Shade, you've been in a coma for
You have
13 years.
viewed-
Wake up. Wake up.
You have.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up.
You've been in a coma for 15 years. You need to wake up.
No, I'm achieving Kim. Don't talk to me.
Speak for yourselves.
You have viewed the.
Wake up!
You have
Wake up!
viewed the Arbus sideways.
Oh, so
Now
that's
zero
what,
sum.
that's what the town.
Kim Kardashian.
It's Kim. Yes, the Arbus sideways is Kim Kardashian's ass.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, where am I? Ah!
Kim Kardashian.
You just get sucked into the fucking.
You got zero summed because of Kim Kardashian's ass.
You know,
Valid.
as a pansexual, I'd rather have it be anyone else's ass but Kim Kardashian's.
You know what? As an asexual aromantic, I agree.
I don't want to be anywhere near something
Damn, I
Kanye
wish
has
I-
touched.
Mood.
I could
Now she's
She's
get
dead.
robotic.
here some.
As bisexual, I don't consume plastic.
Hey there, yeah.
As an
Kim
asexual,
Kardashian.
I
but
don't consume plastic or anything. I'm a vegan.
What were you gonna say, hon? Sorry.
Does Taliesin need a jar of honey now?
Oh God.
No.
Please,
My
for the
parents
love
must
of
die.
God, do not use honey as a sexual lubricant. So many things could go wrong with that.
Speak for yourself.
God.
Okay, not represent all bisexuals. Some of us like the plastic.
I, for one, enjoy suffocating on microplastics. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. I love dying.
Yeah, that's my point. Anyway, so, back to talking
Real.
Back to talking to Aegon or fucking
Ahabril.
Ahabril.
God, what is with us and names, man?
Same thing with us and doors.
No, that's Critical Role indoors. We love you, Matt.
Sorry, same thing with us and racism.
Yes. I would like to preface that the players are not racist. We're just playing in a setting that has extreme problems with that shit.
Everything we say on here is 99% of the time a joke. Please don't take it seriously. Thank you.
Yes,
Anyway,
thank you.
talking to Ahabril, well, actually, Talison's gonna ask him his name. Before we continue, since you've been so bloody kind, what is your name, mate?
Ahabril.
Oh, I feel like his name sounds really familiar.
Doesn't it?
A little bit. I could say that.
Fun fact, the sloth that did this to my face was a white one.
There you go. Are you happy with
you.
it? You did
Hi,
this.
chat. Hi, chat. We do bits here.
It's not even the fact that it's like a Moby Dick reference. It's the fact that it's like it was the white one.
Also leading further into
Sure, always blame the
race.
white one.
Look, as a white woman, we are the root of many problems.
Soul, you're just making it worse.
No, she's got a point.
Anyway, Abrahil.
Ahabril.
Ahabril.
Pardon me. See, like I said, chat, I will cough for months. And it's not fun.
It's alright, though. I feel like I've read this in a book somewhere.
I get that a lot.
Anyway, Ahabril, do you have any ideas of where the slodes might be resting then? He motions on the map that is now heavily marked.
Well, if I was slowed, and fortunately I'm not, I would not want to, be alive if I was, but I'd want to be as far away from civilization as possible, because he points along the coast from like Baga, Wega to Abarbus, all the way up to Mantu. These are the breeding grounds for our serpents. And every single serpent, all the way back to when our great King Orknum first tamed them, has attacked and eaten slodes to keep our shores safe for whenever we're not, invading Tamriel and causing problems for your people. So, best place for a slode to be, and he points to these two central islands out here. And I will circle them. These two out here.
Well, by process of elimination, the furthest one away seems to be the one directly in the middle. There's that one right there. Points to that one. It's very close to Peron.
Yeah, don't want to mess with the pirates.
Yeah. Even if you're slowed, I don't think you'd be stupid enough to attack a fleet.
No, you would not. I tried to do that way back during the era of the Thracian Plague in Tamriel, and from what I understand, some Red Guard fleets gave them a run for their money.
I know there needs one place then. You also mentioned...
Over the middle.
You also mentioned that the idea of the serpents having a natural enemy with the slodes. He looks at Thribi. You had a thought, right? And he says this in Tamriel. Because I want to preface that as they're discussing this in Mount Mary, when Ahabril talks, Taliesin is immediately translating to everyone else.
Yeah, well, you said... Oh, sorry, I gotta turn this beeper off.
And then when anybody else talks, he relays that information to
Man,
Ahabril.
you still have a beeper? How very 1990s of you.
It's the timer for my oven. I was turning that off. Not that
I swear to God,
We
every
stand,
single time we play,
honestly.
you're like eating constantly.
You know what? Like time difference. That's a thing. Otherwise, I'd be
Tiny is a
eating dinner
growing boy. Leave him alone.
I would be eating dinner at 9 o'clock at night. Otherwise, but looking at Taliesin is like, yeah, you mentioned that they eat them. So I mean, like how wolves track their prey, or like a wolf knows the smell of a rabbit and looks to Clarier. Is it possible that we can ask if the sea serpent knows the smell of a sload and could follow them? Like, I don't know if they would be going to their nest, cave, wherever. But
based on
yeah,
Glarior's observations of the sea serpents, can he talk to them, or are they monstrosities?
They are a mix between monstrosity and beast. It's kind of weird because they are magically enhanced, because if you recall in like lore, Orgnum did use magic to originally tame them back in the early eras of Malmer. So they are kind of like bound to him now, so they are mildly magical monstrosities.
Okay. I guess Glarior would probably emote that question towards the direction of the captain and Taliesin.
I'm
would
just
transcribe
picturing
it.
him doing a bunch of text emojis.
He's typing in chat. He's doing text RP and vocal RP right now.
Yeah. He's like cry laughing emoji, fish emoji.
But he
Man standing emoji.
he basically asks, which is going to be relayed by Taliesin, is it possible that sea serpents would be able to track a slow?
It can be possible if they have the original scent of a sload. I'm willing to bet the way this one's been operating has been getting through doing this for weeks on end now, and say ever since those points of light fell from the sky, probably don't have the scent, given the way it's been operating.
Okay, so if that's the case, I have an idea.
he also has it.
Go ahead. You first.
Oh, he's gonna be like, Barrett, not to make you feel uncomfortable, but you smell like a slow.
Did you just ask if a Malmer smells like a sload? Are
No,
you
no,
sure you want to ask
Farron.
that? Okay.
Because Farron was, they were told Farron almost got captured, so he's like,
You were not touched by the sload, Farron.
I don't know. How do slodes even smell? Like fish,
don't
frogs?
I
didn't even touch the thing.
Okay, well, I don't know. Like, people say I smell, and so, like, maybe if you were close enough, you smell like it.
Well, they say you smell it because they dislike you, not because you actually smell like anything.
Okay, never mind.
Taliesin looks back to the captain. My friends are talking about the smells. Would the sea serpents be able to smell traces of magic that are left behind?
No, they're not trained for that.
Okay, and I have an idea. Because I wasn't able to get to it because you ended the session, I was going to have had Taliesin pick up one of the pieces of evidence left behind by the people that left. More specifically, the mother's shoe. Just one of them.
Okay.
And he's going to take it out of his bag. This is a shoe that was left behind by one of the captives of the Sload, mother of a 13-ish-year-old girl. Perhaps they could track her scent, make it easier.
He holds out his hand, hand it over.
And you give it to him.
Hop on board. And get it, and it is yet another keel-style boat, but a little bit more narrow. Good constructed for fishing.
Okay.
And he goes toward the front, and he takes a stick off the front and taps the side of the boat You watch as this massive head of an old sea serpent comes up,
Ooh, big boy.
and he gives a few short whistles, and it dips his head down. He holds the shoe up to it. It sniffs it. Hang on tight.
Right.
And you guys rock it off. This thing moves fast.
Is this like one
Whoa!
of the big sea serpents, like ancient?
It is an ancient one. He probably had this one since he was young.
Is he possibly a leviathan?
Possibly.
Oh my god.
A very big boy. This is a very big boy serpent.
Biggie boy.
Valerior has seen it now.
Caldron, you would know that a lot of like ocean working Malmer tend to raise serpents from a very young age, and some, if they're very well taken care of, they can last a good portion of the Malmer's life. This one is old. This is an old serpent. He's probably had this one for the better part of 80, 90, 100 years. And you guys rocket off back toward a Barbus so it can pick up the scent. And the ship, you're now understanding why this keelboat style ship seems to be a little bit more aerodynamic and narrow. It's because it's designed to withstand how fast this guy goes.
How quickly do we end up getting from Baga to a Barbus?
3 hours.
Jesus Christ, that is fast. Because
Mhm.
what the last ship was like 6 hours, right?
Yes. The bigger they are, the faster they move.
We are literally in a fucking jet.
Pretty much. That's why you
Discovered
said,
a motorboat.
"Hold on." You have discovered a Malmer motorboat.
Even though Tiny's laughing, if it looks like anyone's about to fall out, he's gonna do that like patrol, like when your friends are all in the back of a truck bed, and just yank and pull people back down so they don't fly out.
This is the fastest you'll ever move in your
Baron's just like
in
holding
your
onto his
lives.
arm like a tree.
Oh god! Ah!
It's like a roller coaster.
I actually have a question.
Ahabril is just laughing at you guys and your reactions.
I have a question. Is this similar to how it feels to teleport?
No, because teleporting is an entirely different feeling. You're being magically pulled through like material when you're teleporting. This, you're just moving fast.
Okay.
You're very fast.
All right.
I'd say you're easily moving about 100 miles an hour. Easily. So 300 miles in 3 hours.
Jesus, man.
It's like a speeding car with the window open.
Midway through chuckling, Tiny's gonna be like, Taliesin, remind me to talk to the captain again after we're done with this.
What?
Remind me. Never mind.
What?
You just get hit by sea spray and wind, and
He
it's
just
just
waves.
absolutely wild.
I can't
He just
fucking
waves
hear you.
He shouts, "It's fine. Later."
What?
He just gives up.
And eventually it does slow down, and the serpents, you can see it below the waves starting to circle, pulling the ship around with it. And then it starts moving, this time a little bit slower, circling like this island first. So this will take roughly about this entire process will take roughly 6 hours. Because it's following a scent, it's trying to pick up, and because, like, the current has mixed up the scent in the water. It has been a week since the mother vanished, so it's taking its time and trying to pick out the strongest scents in the water.
I think by that time we would need to take a long rest because that would have been 18 hours if that's the case.
Yeah. So I will say this entire process of, like, tracking it to the correct island will take about 6 to 8 hours because it's trying to track it through the moving currents.
While it's doing that in the process, when it gets slower, Taliesin goes back to Thribby. Okay. About like 3 hours ago, you were yelling at me for something. What did you want?
Oh, I was just gonna ask you to remind me when we're done with all this to then talk with the captain again and see, like, is it odd or do their sea creatures shed? I think having a scale would be pretty cool.
I will keep that in mind. Sure.
Yeah. Thanks. You the bestest.
Aldrin in the background rapidly shaking his head. No, don't ask that. Because Caldron, you would know asking for something like that is akin to a marriage proposal.
Oh. Tiny knew
You
that they were
don't know
saying.
that. You don't know that, Tiny.
I know. The last time she
Neither
said that.
does Taliesin. The only one on this boat, only two people on this boat that know that is the captain and Caldron.
From
What if he
you
says
told-
yes?
From what you told Tiny last time.
Aw.
What you told Tiny last time, it was they're sacred animals and they're done with respect, yes. But it's like, this guy seems cool. Maybe.
This guy seems cool. Also, he's a captain, so he can marry you too.
Okay, so the question is, does Caldron say anything? Because this conversation is loud enough.
And the serpent is going a lot slower at this point.
Okay. Who was trying going as?
Tiny was talking to Taliesin.
Yeah.
About getting a sea serpent scale from the captain. From his sea serpent.
Thribby.
You know how Necklace of Mara works?
That was literally what I was going to go with. He is
Is that
dead.
an
He fell
amulet
into the
of
water.
Mara?
Sorry,
I believe you're not
thought
already spoken
had-
for.
I thought I had my mic on. He would just turn to Caldron and be like, yeah, huh? What's up?
The
Oh,
sea
oh.
serpent scale is used to propose to somebody.
What? Why? What? Wait, really? What? I just thought it would be cool to have, like, a C scale. Like, that's a thing.
That's kind
Oh,
of cute, actually.
oh no! I have to flip a coin. I have to flip a coin.
Flip the coin.
I'm sorry. Taliesin, remembering what Caldron told him earlier, looks at Caldron, grins, and then looks at Thribby. Oh yeah, you could give that to Alira later, right?
Baron snorts.
The problem, Caldron, is he would already be betrothed to the captain if the captain gave him one.
15 for deception check to try to hide shock or surprise or his face turning red.
Insight check that motherfucker.
Insight checking.
Baron fucking elbows Taliesin. Is like, come on.
God damn it.
What? My passive insight's a 15. Does that count?
You need to active roll. Yeah, he's not doing a good job, Taliesin. Give me 2 hot seconds. I'll be right back.
We are children. We love poking fun of each other. That's all we do.
Taliesin looks at Farron. What? What happened? Just getting prepared early, right?
Oh, what? No, I'm not thinking about marriage at all. That's so far away. That's
Just
that's a thing for like older people.
yanking
Right, Caldrin, like, when did you propose? Like, you've been married before, like, immediately shift the conversation.
My dad proposed to my mom when they were like early 30s, I think. Or whatever the Don equivalent of that
I'm
is.
back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
Did you have your headset on, or did you take them off?
I had to take it off. I had to step away for a quick sec.
Okay, so Taliesin was trying to... I'll let Taliesin recap this. He does such a good job.
Taliesin was joking with Farron, saying like, "It's fine, just gotta prepare early, right? You never know what's gonna happen." And he's still ribbing Thribby. And Thribby goes back and asks Cal, "You've been married before, right? It's too early for me."
Yeah, Caldrin, you distinctly remember giving your wife a sea serpent scale.
Ooh, ouch.
Yikes.
Friends, like, we all know how that went.
No, well, I want to say that they did love each other in the beginning. It's just one of those things where sometimes relationships fizzle out and you fall out of love. It's just one of those basic
Mommy and
boring
Daddy.
things. Mommy and Daddy just end up not
Mommy,
loving
Daddy.
each other anymore. It's kind of what happened with my parents. They just fell out of love, you know? It
My
happens.
parents fucking hated each other for a while.
Ooh, that's sad.
I don't think the streamers
Yeah.
know all that.
Let's not get into like real life marriage stuff live on stream, please.
Back to
Yeah,
fake
so-
tragic marriages. So
Back to
Caldrin.
fake tragedy. Tiny was throwing Caldrin under the bus to change the topic.
So that means Tiny would be the wife if Captain gave him a sea serpent scale.
I was 69 when I got married.
I hate you. I
Nice.
fucking hate you. Fuck you.
It fucking lines up because Caltrin was 62 when he met his wife.
God damn it.
Wow,
Long ass-
y'all were like babies.
And it's like, nice.
That's
I mean, by Elvin standards, y'all were just babies.
it's not bad, I'd suppose, for your age. Better than what happened to my parents, at least. Or, well, my dad. Everything's arranged.
Yeah, like, I'm no. He's like, I'm only 30. Then he's like, oh wait, fuck.
Hey, the right proper age to settle down and have a wife and kids. He just
And-
has a fucking shit-eating grin the
anyway, how-
entire time.
Oh,
I don't think it matters
Aw, Tiny wants to be proposed to by Ahabril.
no, he doesn't.
Fucking god.
Lyra, are you hiding? Thorn, are you hiding your face right now?
I mean, she was just in the corner of the boat, like, you know, while it was going, trying not to fly off. So she's just been sitting there.
Oh. Alira, if you need me to talk to Tiny for any reason, let me know. Give him players.
Please.
I'm good.
Remember, if you hurt her, you have the entire party to deal with.
What is happening right now? We're ignore.
Tiny. Look, all I gotta say is Alira likes herself a big dumb Nord.
Of course, Timbos are
She
totally in
loves-
this season.
A himbo. Mm. Wait, is he the himbo? Let me check the
Yeah,
splash
I'm-
screen.
He is, in fact, the himbo.
Okay.
You were
Ah, fuck, I said himbo. That means you're banned off TikTok again. Oh well, it's getting shut down Saturday anyway.
I rolled the perception to see if Tiny clocks Alara's reaction on the mention of this.
25.
Yeah,
That's...
so he immediately sees it and then like looks away and then like back to the other two and it's just like, no, okay, like, wait, it's whatever. Good to know. Did not know it was a cultural marriage thing. I just thought it was cool to have this scale of a beast, like how you collect the tooth, teeth, fangs, claws, whatever of other monsters. That's all.
Taliesin nudges you gently in the ribs. Don't worry, mate. I'm just yanking your chain. I need to get all fussy
What?
about it.
I don't have a chain. What I have rope.
Immediately face palms.
I
Like,
love
I'm
that.
kidding.
Love
I
it.
know that one.
Fucking gods. I'm
Haha!
messing.
I tricked Taliesin. No, it's fine.
You
I do
know,
know
Okay, that was
something.
pretty funny.
that you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? For me, you get that one.
Yes, win.
It's like with Spider-Man, everybody gets one.
Yeah. He's like, I will take that W. Like, I got it.
Where's the W?
There. And he holds up it in his hands.
That's not how this works, Wave.
Handsy the W like Dr. Phil.
You can't
Where are we
just
sinking?
fucking. You just can't fucking fourth wall break like that.
I'm kidding.
His intelligence is so low. He's like, dude, this is a fucking Wendy's.
Yeah,
One of these
like,
days, in the one D&D game that I'm a player in, I want to make a Kenku that only speaks in memes.
I had a flashback to like the Ant-Man movie where the guy goes to like a Baskin Robbins and he's like, "Can I get a coffee or something?" And it's like, "What? We're Baskin Robbins." He's like, "Do you not sell coffee here?"
I think I know what you're talking about.
But anyway,
Yes.
that's all. Tiny,
Oh.
stop talking.
Right. Cool. So I'm assuming by the time like the boat is like making its second way around, people are gonna probably go to sleep.
Mm.
Okay. Cool. Hmm.
Ahabril settles down at the head of his boat and closes his eyes, letting his serpent do its work.
Is he?
What if, Farron...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What if, Farron came to bother Taliesin for the night?
Oh.
Kinky.
Sure. He is awake. He looks like he's about to get up and go talk to the captain, but you could stop him.
Okay, he will do that. Hey, you.
Hmm?
Heading somewhere?
Oh, I was just about to ask the captain if he needed a pair of eyes to make sure nothing bad happens.
That makes sense.
Did you
I
need
could
something?
get out of your way if you need to go do that.
I mean,
No, I guess not, but guess I just wanted to, check in.
well, you're checking in, aren't you?
Yes, been a while since we've really had time to speak one-on-one, you know?
Yeah, it's been a bit. He sits on the edge of the one of the railings. Did you have something on your mind?
I guess. Just really hope we're on the right track finding this thing.
You mean the slowed?
Yeah.
Well, considering we have probably one of the oldest fucking sea serpents tracking a scent that's a week old and probably doing a fine job, I'd imagine we're going to find it right quick. That's not really what you're talking about, are you, though?
Yeah.
Farron, I'm not gonna buy it. What's on your mind, mate?
I'm just worried. What exactly does that thing do with the people it's brought under its control?
Well,
Like, are they even gonna be alive by the time we find them?
he looks down. I would like to think so. I don't know what state we'll find them in. I'm not entirely sure what kind of necromancy they might be doing, or if they're... what kind of ritual. But from what we all saw back in Arteum with that vision, it could be anything from an instant to a long burn. Could be something like a candle wick, a fuse. I don't know. I mean, shit, I'm still coming to terms with the person I thought was a fucking paladin of Ariel as a fucking necromancer.
Is it that, what's his name?
Araclane, yeah. He looks away. Look, I know he took your sister, but that man was a father to me. More than my actual father.
I know, it's just... I'm worried, you know? See, sometimes people in your life, at least in my experience, you find those people in your life that, you know, they find you when you're in a bad place. And they make you believe they'll always have your back, no matter what. And you believe them because you don't have anyone else. But sometimes those people don't turn out who you thought they were.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You didn't see his dream, or the vision, with Araclane. I did. And I don't mean any disrespect at all, mate. Honestly, but... I could feel everything he felt. It was like me. If I could just show him that he's not alone, that he doesn't need to rely on fucking Mana Marco at all, or Cylinir for that matter. I could tell by that fucking bastard's words that he was going to use Araclane from the very beginning, and that's what he's doing. I have to try.
I hope you're right about that. Just don't want you to get burned and hurt like I have in the past. 'Cause I've really grown to care about you quite a lot.
He turns to look you in the face. Really now?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I just want you to know whatever happens, I will have your back. I won't turn on you. I just wish to be by your side, no matter what happens. He is extremely red in the face at this point.
He looks you up and down. I appreciate it, Farron. I do, but why? Why do you care about me so much?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, I suppose. But I guess it's mostly it's your spirit. No matter what is been thrown at you, it's just you always seem to, I don't know, come back from it. I just really admire that about you. And you make me feel like I could be even just a little bit stronger by being with you. If that makes any sense.
Not that you're lying, but just gonna roll an insight check on you.
Oh! No!
He, God damn it. Really are the doomed Yowie. He, stifles a chuckle. Heard that before. And he will, stand up and place a hand on your cheek.
Jumps.
I want to believe that. I do. And then he lets go and starts to walk back towards the captain where he's resting. And he looks back at Farron one more time.
But I truly mean that. I'm not bullshitting.
He smiles. I'd like to think you're right. And you see something in his eye that like makes him look at you and then look away for a moment. And you see like the forming of a tear before he wipes it away and walks to the captain.
Baron is
Hey,
frozen
Captain.
in place.
Captain does have his head bowed and like he's napping.
Talzin gently taps him on the shoulder.
Hmm?
Need an
Oh, what's up?
need an extra pair of eyes. I don't need to sleep.
No. She's got a handle. Let her do her work.
Right, just wanted to make sure that she didn't have anything bad happen to her, is all.
He looks over the edge and there is a massive like shadow just kind of like snaking underneath the water. I think she's fine.
Alright, if you're sure. I'll trust you on that.
He leans back and closes his eyes again. Get some rest.
He doesn't go completely away from the captain. Like he sits like a couple feet away from where the captain's sitting and just watches the front.
Okay. It does take a good 6 hours I will say, before, like, the ship seems to stop. And then the captain opens his eyes, sits up, and leans over and checks the water. And you see a snout come out of the water. And he gives the nose a pat and then goes to, like, the hold, steps down below. The hold is below the water line. He steps down below it. And then he seems to be dragging a huge fish out. He's, like, pulling it up above deck and dragging it behind him. It is drag weight for him. That's how heavy it is.
Tiny just says, "Do you need a hand?" Completely forgetting that he doesn't remember that the guy doesn't know Tamrielic.
Yeah, he just stares at you like,
He's asking if you need help.
yeah, if you want, just drag it to the edge. I can handle the rest. I don't want you getting your upper half of your body bitten off.
Yeah, sure. He'll take the fish and drag it over to where he points to.
And then he grabs the fish by the gills and pulls it up to the edge, and you watch this huge, sharp-toothed mouth comes up, chomps it, and drags it underneath, and the boat rocks a little bit. And you just watch as a pool of chum and blood just kind of blooms underneath the water for a moment, and then it starts moving again. And seems to be heading out this way to check this island first. So it'll be about, from the judging of what she's doing, probably gonna be another good couple hours, so rest up and prepare yourselves, because I'm sure that slow gonna put up a fight when you track it down.
Okay.
And he goes back and sits and just waits.
So
Seems to be working on a net while moving with the ship. And he somehow doesn't poke himself with the giant needle.
So did you mention that there's rooms that each of us are in, or is it just
There's
like
no rooms. You guys are all on deck.
Okay.
So, like, there's a hold below, but it's generally for, like, for fish. It's like a fish hold.
Got it.
You know, like how on fishing ships, they got a place where they put all the fish below. And then there's the deck. That's it.
Okay.
The ship is designed to be pulled by the big girl.
Being pulled by the big girl. Okay. Tiny's gonna go find Alira, and then, like, in a kind of loud, normal voice, he's just gonna be asking, like, food questions, or like, have you had anything with fish, or do you think we could make a good supper? And then, like, after a bit, it's gonna turn to a whisper, and he is like, "I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. I didn't say anything."
It's fine, Tiny. You didn't know. That was very much just Taliesin being Taliesin.
Okay.
Gives a chuckle.
Okay, great. And then, like, switches back to the normal of, like, yeah, so I mean, like, I've seen people just, like, catch different things from the river, like, mostly like fish or salmon things, but, like, never really tried. I kind of just stayed away from it, not enough meat, but if you think there's something we can cook from it, maybe we can try ask people in town.
I actually would have liked to look into Mount Mary's spices so that we could cook something that Cauldron would like on the road, but the people here haven't felt too hospitable, save this one captain.
Well, maybe
He's more of old enough to not give a shit.
I agree.
Mhm.
Never had so
He's
many
an
people.
old man.
He just, like, chuckles. He's like, "Yeah, I've never had so many people run away from me just at the sight of me." That's new. But I think if we were to look for spices, maybe where we first landed, there might be merchants. I think it was Tigoon, maybe was that the port or the city? They might be much more accepting of outsiders.
That's a good point. They mentioned that the pirate city's more hospitable to Tamrielans, so maybe
Well,
we
we
could
should
try
also
there before we leave.
agree, but we should also check in with Cauldron so we don't get ripped off of what is, I guess, A, a good spice, and B, what is, I guess, normal rates.
We just learn the Maumeri word for spice and just go around the market.
Spice? You
Things.
spice?
God
Spice?
damn it.
Yes, the word.
Oh.
She nods. Yeah, and then we could ask Cauldron if there's any spices in particular that he misses. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Totally unrelated, but is the boat rocking a bunch still?
A little bit less than it was because the serpent is going slower, but you are getting some rocking from the snake-like movement of the serpent under the water, so it's kind of like creating a wake a little bit, and you're sitting inside the wake because this thing is so huge.
I see. Could she take another stab at magic equationing?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Arcana check.
It rolled a 1 and a 2. It's only up from here.
Hey. Give me a hot second. I'll pull that stuff up. See, tell you what spell level it's gonna be at. Okay. He's like, I gotta find it. So continue your conversation.
Oh, that's it. He kind of just
Oh.
stops, and when he sees Alira going to work on the book, he kind of just looks down and then goes to looking in the event we're gonna get jumped by sloths or
Yay.
pirates.
I mean, I guess while that's happening, we could go ask Cauldron.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Cauldron, you're a Malmer.
When you put it like that,
Like,
no, we care about your hometown and you.
are you sure?
We were thinking maybe before we leave Piandania, maybe we could try swinging by one of the pirate cities and looking for some spices to remind you of home before we head out.
Is there anyone you recommend to get or to stay away from?
Or any favorites that you have, or anything that you missed while we were away.
This will be a 4th level spell.
What?
Okay.
Continue.
Ren, why are you casting on me?
No, it's two separate things.
Okay.
The magic level was for Talison's thing that she rolled earlier.
Okay. No. Yeah, there could be a few shops I wouldn't mind going by if I live.
You'll be fine.
The lyric gives a stern nod. You'll live.
We already went through the worst of it. Right? What, was that not the worst of it? I thought that was the worst of it.
Sorry, I'm working on that spell a little bit. I always forget the small things, you know.
It's
So busy
Um,
working on many
Not
other
like you have-
things.
It's not like you have a whole world you're managing.
And three D&D games.
Yes.
Real.
That's 3. Eller would continue. You'll live. We won't walk away without you.
Fucking Caldron looks doubtful, but doesn't continue to comment on it.
But yes, on a happy note, things that you think we should try and things you like seasoning. Because food is always nice. Yeah? Right? Can't do anything on an empty stomach.
And as you guys are talking, the boat lurches to the side and pulls south.
No.
Oh,
Well,
she found a heading.
She's on to something.
where we are.
Farron
T-
looks around.
T poses.
Eddie, how about
Clear.
now? How about that now, maybe? Yeah?
What are you asking?
Clear
him?
your T-posing.
The underwater breathing that he said he didn't want to do till we were sure, and seems like we might be going into a fight.
Glarior is going to cast the underwater breathing spell.
Okay.
While this is happening. Where the fuck is it? There it is. On everyone except Caldron and the captain.
Yeah, Caldron, go fuck yourself.
Because he can breathe
Wow.
underwater.
Maybe he wants the magic too.
I know he can, because guess what? I wrote the race.
Fucking what? You think I don't like tingling on the spell? Huh?
Oh my god.
You
Fucking
don't think he doesn't like redundant spells? Rude.
He doesn't like when Glarior casts magic on him. Rude.
I'm
Very
thinking
rude.
fucking Glarior knowing this wouldn't do it because it's like, why would I do that? I know he breathes underwater
You could-
already.
yeah, it's up to 10 people. Why don't you hit the captain too?
Well, you
Captain
hit
will
the
be
sea
fucking
serpent.
Yeah, hit the sea serpent too.
I'm gonna hit the invisible slow while I'm at it.
Yeah, so just sitting on deck. Yeah, why aren't you hitting me? What the fuck, man?
Because we're gonna kill you!
Anyway, he hits
We'll drown you!
everyone except the people that can already breathe underwater. And as the boat starts to move, Taliesin finally looks back towards the group. Where is Farron?
Hanging off the side of the ship because it lurched so hard.
Yeah, Farron is just at the side, like looking around, wondering where the hell they're going.
Taliesin's going to approach. You alright?
Huh. It looks immediately like, uh-oh. Yeah, I'm fine. Quite the lurch.
Yeah. Look, I know what we talked about, I guess last night, if it was night. It's a lot. Maybe we can talk about it when we aren't facing life or death situations, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I guess.
Let's,
I'm just a little, overwhelmed at the moment.
If Farron could have ice cream right now, Farron would be having ice cream right now.
when we find
I
a
guess
nice...
I'll let you know when I'm...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I guess once things are back to semi-normal and I'm ready, I will let you know when I'm able to talk about that incident more.
Yeah.
He's stumbling over his really badly right now.
He does put a hand on your shoulder. Steady as. We'll be there soon. I'll have your back. You have mine, right?
He nods.
Good. And he will stick close to Farron.
Boy is nervous.
Boys.
I was waiting for the. I'm not shaking. The boat is shaking.
I'm not shaking, it's the boat, see?
For real.
That as you guys approach the island, the ship comes to a stop.
When you say island, like a sandbar island, or is there actually like trees and vegetation?
There's trees and vegetation on it.
Okay.
He sits up and looks over the edge of the island. And he looks down over the edge at the sea serpent, who seems to be just relaxing in the water. This must be it.
Right.
Sorry, don't have like a rowboat or something. You're gonna have to swim to shore. And she can't
It's
get any
fine.
closer. Don't worry, she won't eat you.
I'm pretty sure that she'll eat the fucking slug
no.
before she eats us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good to know.
Tiny reaches into his bag and he's like, Taliesin, can you translate? And he hands a bottle of colonial brandy and he's like, thank you for your help.
He says that.
A bottle of Colovian brandy to a Malmer. That's gonna be interesting.
Yes. Consider this a...
I mean, he will probably take the Colovian brandy,
consider this a
because it's hard liquor.
cultural exchange and a thank you for helping us so far.
He takes the bottle, uncorks it, and smells it. Takes a swig. Tamriel know how to do your liquor.
And that's from the deep part of Colombia,
Oh.
my friend.
I'll be waiting here for you. He recorks it and sets it aside. He won't touch you. Don't be surprised at how big she is.
Sure.
He reaches over the edge and pats the scales of the sea serpent.
The fact that he can reach over and pat the scales is kind of worrying.
Well, she's kind of like her back is slightly above the water at the moment as she's looking around, her head underneath. So like the body is just slightly above the water, so he can touch. It's hard for me to describe how like the ship looks, you know.
Yeah.
But like the entire hold, because it's for fish, is underwater, so you're pretty close to the water's edge right now.
Talon gonna jump in the water. Get in the water even.
Yeah. You jump in the water, and you see a gargantuan sea serpent. This thing is huge. And she just turns her head and looks at you before turning back and seems to be looking around the water toward the island. She's old, too. She looks old. Like she's nearing the end of her life.
Oh my god, big dog.
Big dog.
Big old,
That's literally
you big
that's
old doggy!
Oh, big
Us
puppy!
that's literally about to say Caldron Cat treats her like an old dog you'd find.
Caldron hops is like, oh, how cute! Look at that old girl.
Clifford the big blue sea serpent. How long does it take to swim to the shore?
Probably about 30 minutes ish.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Because she can't get too close to the shore because she's huge. And she'll draw attention.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Man, that sucks. That's 30 minutes of swimming. Fuck.
Hope you got your swimming shoes on. Or, you know, flippers, whichever suits you.
So is it like a check to go through, or is it just we do it?
You just do it. She's not going to bother you.
Okay. I'm pretty sure the only one who would beat Tiny would be Caldrin, being, you know, the Malware.
Yeah. Caldrin, you just jump in the water and you're just swimming like a little serpent way ahead of the group.
Tiny just like tried to talk as this one. He's like, should we help the others? And it just keeps going.
No.
Or nah. Oh, okay. And he just continues to take off.
So here's the thing about Malmer. They can treat water like normal terrain. So Caldrin can move at movement speed in water. You're halved because you are not built for the water.
True, but I have a passive athletics of 25. And my
What is your
movement
movement speed?
Movement speed right now is 40, but if I need to, I have my boots.
Yes, but boots are not useful in water because you're not gripping onto anything.
But it just says you move double your distance.
Let me look at the boots because I'm pretty sure those are intended for like land movement, not water movement.
Oh, double walking speed. Never mind. I take
Yep,
that back.
walking speed. Yeah. So you're moving at 20 feet. So
Yeah, okay. I stand corrected.
he's way ahead of you. He could move at 30 feet.
That's fine. I'm just trying to think, like when you go hiking, you put the experienced people first, and then they
Yeah.
help the people after.
Yeah, I kind of knew
Just
that
kinda believe
it
swim.
did. Boots of speed would be incredibly overpowered if it meant all movement.
Be pretty funny.
Because, yeah.
But there actually isn't a lot of times you
Flippers
have
of speed.
water combat.
I think that's like the cloak of the manta that increases your
Yes,
speed in water.
it is
So-
the cloak of the manta ray.
And
Yeah.
allows water breathing.
Yeah, also allows water breathing, so it essentially turned you into a Nordmalmer. But you have boots of speed, so you move fast on land, not in water.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Could we
Anyways.
could we hypothetically say that Caldrin is slowed down because Glarior is on his back?
No, you see, Glarier is small, so it's like the kid in Free Willy.
He's a medium-sized
I
creature.
was about to
You
say
just hold on to the back of like his armor, and then it's like when Free Willy jumps out of the water over that eddy, like the kid is just holding on. Whee! So that's Glarier.
I was gonna say he is
Also,
he is
yeah.
technically a medium-sized creature.
I aged myself
when-
by mentioning that movie, but you know.
Yeah, plus when you're swimming, it kind of weighs less, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same rules.
You know, that kid.
So where it takes 30 minutes for Russ, it takes like what 15 minutes for Caldrin.
Mm-hmm.
Joy. This is literally waiting there for 15 minutes.
And as you guys get onto shore, waterlogged and soaked, this is where we'll end today's session. Because we're not going to have enough time to do combats.
Yeah, that's fine. Figured as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a shorter
Surprisingly,
session
a lot
today, but I
happened.
Yeah, surprisingly a lot happened, but I got IRL stuff.
That's
You know?
fine. It's all
No
good.
worries.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. As usual, lot shorter session, shorter and sweet. But we hope you enjoyed. This video will be posted roughly a day later with some edits. So thank you for watching, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
See you next week,
Bye-bye.
guys.